I want to start the program off today talking about autoimmune diseases, the self-hating immune system, the self-loathing immune system. Autoimmunity affects about 100 million Americans, 1 out of 3 folks. That's a lot of people. It comes in various flavors. There's 80 different autoimmune diseases, doctors tell us, with names like scleroderma and Sjogren's syndrome and systemic lupus erythematosus, SLE, rheumatoid arthritis, type 1 diabetes. These autoimmune issues can be among the most miserable of all health challenges. That's because immunity is about inflammation, and when a part of the body is inflamed, it's literally inflamed. It's on fire. Just imagine a fire on your nerves or on your skin or in your organs. Of course, it's not a real fire, but from a molecular perspective, it literally is a fire. It's oxidation, and it's a literal molecular burning that's occurring in the various organs and structures of our body. If you have an autoimmune health challenge, more than likely, if you're like most people, you're trying to address the issue by addressing the part of the body that seems to be the most affected. So if you have rheumatoid arthritis, you're probably going to work on your joints. If you have type 1 diabetes, you'll change the way you eat, or maybe use drugs that modify how your body processes foods. If you have Sjogren's syndrome, or that's an autoimmune condition that affects secretions and causes dryness of the eyes and the mouth. If you have Sjogren's syndrome, you may resort to using artificial tears or medications like Restasis that relieves the discomfort of dry eyes, what that pretty fake ophthalmologist on TV calls chronic dry eye disease, which is not a disease, but a symptom. You might use neurological medications that squeeze out secretions from salivary glands. The point I'm trying to make here is that when we have an autoimmune health challenge, much like when we have any disease, we focus on the part of the body that seems to be affected, and we focus on it by using drugs and the medical protocol. And by the way, I'm not saying that in the short run these kinds of drugs are not sometimes helpful or even necessary, because I believe sometimes they are. What I am saying is that these drugs, which affect specific symptoms and specific structures in the body, are not going to be able to solve the problem that caused the autoimmune issue in the first place. In other words, they cannot, they will not, and they cannot heal the body. Drugs cannot do this. They cannot support reversal, and they most certainly cannot cure. Even drugs that act on inflammation, particularly steroids and so-called NSAID drugs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, like Motrin and Naproxen, even these kinds of drugs are not going to change the course and the progression of an autoimmune disease, even if they can provide sometimes welcome and sometimes significant pain relief. This is why patients who attempt to use the medical model to resolve their autoimmune problems cannot expect to permanently resolve their health issues by visiting their well-meaning, friendly physician. The problems that are being addressed by medical protocols are not really the problems. They are the symptoms. And a symptom, as discomforting as it can be, is not the problem. It's a sign of the problem. It's a marker of the problem, and you can't fix the sign of a problem any more than you can fix your car's transmission by disconnecting the warning light. You may be able to hide the symptom, but you're not going to be able to fix the problem. It's as if the autoimmune symptoms, or really any symptoms, are foliage on a tree that is rotting, and our medical protocols are attempting to correct the problem by fixing the leaves. On the other hand, if you address the cause, the roots of the autoimmune disease tree, not only can we naturally resolve the unpleasant and sometimes very distressing symptoms of autoimmune disease, but logically, it just makes sense here, we're going to resolve the entire health challenge. If we go to the root, if we go to the cause, not only will we be eliminating the unpleasant inflammatory symptoms, and unpleasant doesn't really say it sometimes, they're agonizing inflammatory symptoms. Not only are we going to be able to eliminate the symptoms, but when done correctly, we will be able to eliminate the entire so-called disease itself. You guys, this is so tragic to me that anybody has to deal with these kinds of issues. If we understand that the disease process, autoimmune or otherwise, is a reaction, that it does not occur randomly, but it occurs as a response to an action. Reactions always follow actions. If we understand this idea, that disease is a reaction and reactions follow actions, once we understand this, all we got to do is know how to change our actions, and the disease will naturally transform itself. Focus on the action, The reaction, i.e. the disease, will change itself. So then the question becomes, what are the actions? What are the actions that we're doing that are causing the problem? Well, we don't have a lot of actions, really. We move, we breathe, we eat. We move, we breathe, we eat. A few other things. We excrete, there's not a lot. I'm trying to think of what else we do as a bodily action. Basically, it's movement and eating and breathing, and therein lies the secret to understanding how to deal with autoimmunity or other diseases. First of all, disease is a reaction. It's a response to an action. The major actions are breathing, moving, and eating, changing the way we move, we breathe, and most particularly and especially changing the way we eat will resolve any long-term chronic, progressive, degenerative disease, and that includes autoimmunity. If you don't believe me, stop eating for a little bit and watch what happens. This is why people benefit when they fast. This is why people accrue anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving and disease-relieving benefits simply by not eating. Of course, working on digestive health, getting on a nutritional supplement program, making sure that you're breathing correctly and getting a little bit of exercise, that's important as well. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. We'll take a quick break and come back with more good health information right after this. Don't go away. I'll be sitting in for the next 45 minutes or so, as I always am on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program with my good friend and colleague, Douglas Winfrey. What is up, Doug? Greetings.
Great to have you back on the show again, as always. And I found this one kind of interesting. It's a story that I got from CNN, headline, Sea Anemone Proteins Could Help Fix Damaged Hearing. So new research suggests that certain proteins that help these animals repair their feathery tentacles could also eventually be used to repair damaged cells in a mammal's inner ear. This study was done in mice and could be an early step forward towards treating people with hearing loss. In mammals, the sound is translated from vibrations in the air into nerve signals that can be sent to the brain by highly specialized cells called hair cells. And they're found in the cochlea, a fluid-filled structure in the inner ear. Damage to these hair cells can cause a result in hearing loss. And they say, turns out that the sea anemones have a similar hair cells on their tentacles, which the animals can use to sense ocean vibrations and approaching predators. This was all published in the journal Experimental Biology. They say previous research had shown that after anemones reproduce, which they do by tearing themselves in half, they repair their tentacles and their hair cells using repair proteins in the mucus that coats the creature's bodies, according to a statement from the lead author, Glenn Watson, a biology professor at the University of Louisiana in Lafayette. So it's quoted, "It occurred to me that if an animal could recover from damage to its hair bundles, anemones would be the ones." So they identified a group of secreted proteins that allowed secreted proteins, that is, that allow the anemone hair cells to recover. I wondered if the same proteins could be also used to repair hair cells in a mouse's ear. So the researchers first removed the cochleas from the mice and then treated the organs with a solution that damaged the hair cells, and then they went on. Then they treated the cochleas with a solution to repair proteins isolated from the starlet sea anemone that had damaged tentacle hair cells, and results showed that the mouse stereocilia recovered significantly. They hypothesized that in the future it might be possible to harness these proteins to repair mammal hair cells. Of course, more research is needed. I just thought that was kind of interesting. That
very cool.
Using these sea anemones, and
yeah,
there'll end up being a shortage of them after they all get harvested to do research on this thing.
Well, they can grow them now. They can do all kinds of genetic things with to get that protein going, or to even grow a whole sea anemones. Is that how you say it? Anemones. It's really interesting. Sea anemones are a type of really primitive sea creature, I guess you'd say. Do you know what they are? I don't even know what they are, really. They're some kind of primitive sea creature like a jellyfish or something like that.
If I remember correctly, I think they're on the bottom or on reefs and things, and they kind of just float. They're not like swimming around.
Right. I don't even, if you showed me a sea anemone, I don't even know I'd recognize it. But the point I want to make here that I think is really interesting is that these really primitive creatures, these very basic creatures like primitive sea creatures, as well as things like sharks and also reptiles and bees and insects, they produce wonderful medicine. They get anti-venom from snakes, and they get anti-arthritis medicine from bees, and sharks have anti-cancer medicine. And it's very interesting how very primitive creatures, which, by the way, live very long lives, produce wonderful medicines that we humans can take advantage of. I guess now sea anemones can be added to the list. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. We'll take a quick break and come back with more good health information, and you and your phone calls as well. This is from the American Journal of Clinical Dermatology. I love skincare studies. I've been in the skincare business, as many of you know, for a long time, since the early 1980s. That's when I formulated my first skincare products, working for the Blistex Corporation. What I discovered from being in the skincare business is that, as we talked about at the beginning of the program, oftentimes where we see the problem is not where the problem really is. So we talked about at the beginning of the program how if you have autoimmune symptoms, if you have inflammation, if you have a organal problem like a diabetes, a pancreatic problem if you have diabetes, or perhaps a structural issue, a joint problem if you have rheumatoid arthritis, the problem isn't really in the joints or the pancreas. It's underneath, lurking behind, and the symptom is in the joint or the pancreas. And we don't get relief by treating where we think the disease is or where it seems to be. And the skin is a classic example of this truth. When we see a skin problem, we naturally and understandably think we have a skin issue. But the fact is that when we see the problem on the skin, it has been percolating underneath, particularly, especially in the digestive system, for a long time. Thus, I was very pleased to see a study from Dermatology News, or actually from the American Journal of Clinical Dermatology, which was published in the journal Dermatology News yesterday. Check this out. Rosacea and gastrointestinal disease deaths link. There is a significantly increased risk of death due to gastrointestinal disease in patients with rosacea, unquote. What is this telling us? Rosacea is a digestive health challenge, like other skin diseases. Eczema is a digestive health challenge. Psoriasis, digestive health challenge. Acne, digestive health challenge. Dry skin, digestive health challenge. If you have a skin health problem, you more than likely are dealing with a digestive problem. This should be very understandable once we understand that the digestive system, once we understand that the skin is part of immunity, part of our defensive system, and likewise is the digestive tract. Please, please, please don't buy into any dishonesty that says rub this cream on and your eczema will go away, or rub this cream on and your rosacea will go away. It's not true and it's not fair. On the other hand, once you work with the digestive system, once you work with the intestine, once you work with foods, once you work with how you're processing those foods, skin health symptomology will improve, guaranteed, as will your digestive problems if you're dealing with those as well. So if you have rosacea, what does that mean? It means, number one, get on a good probiotic supplement. Get on a probiotic supplement that's got multiple strains of bacteria. Get on a probiotic supplement that has lots of probiotics, lots of billion units, lots of high dose. Get on a probiotic supplement that has digestive enzymes in it. Oh, where do you get one of those? Let me think. How about the Nightly Essence? The Nightly Essence is the best probiotic supplement I personally use, and it's the best probiotic supplement I've ever recommended. And if you're dealing with a chronic skin issue like rosacea, you need to be on a probiotic supplement. How about digestive enzymes? One of the things that happens when we don't digest our food properly, one of the things that happens when we don't secrete enough enzymes, digestive enzymes, one of the things that happens when we don't make enough stomach acid to activate those enzymes is little particles of undigested food can ultimately leak into the blood. This can initiate an immune response. So if you have any kind of immune response that's showing up on the skin, and that includes psoriasis and eczema and acne, use digestive enzymes. Use a digestive enzyme that has bile salts. Use a digestive enzyme that has something called betaine HCl. And use a digestive enzyme supplement that has a full spectrum of digestive enzymes, including pancreatic enzymes. Oh, where will you find that? Check out the Ultimate Enzymes from Longevity. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. We'll take a break and come back with more good health information. Time to hit the phones. Who's first on the line, Doug?
All right, let's head to New York. And Rose, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Rose.
Hi.
What's cracking out there in New York? Are you in the city?
Yes, I am.
The Big Apple, listening to us in Manhattan? What part of the city?
Right in Manhattan.
Right in Manhattan. You know, I'm from Queens. I don't tell a lot of people that, but now I guess everybody knows. What's going on? How can we help you today, Rose?
Well, I have a blood sugar problem,
Okay.
and I had psoriasis, and
Okay.
I was told that I had Sjogren's, but there's no sign of it now.
Okay. Why did they tell you you had Sjogren's, just for curiosity's sake?
I think the doctor he took some fluid out of my throat, out of my one of my glands in the throat.
Do you have dryness or dry eyes or anything like that?
I
Dry.
At the time I had dry mouth.
Dry mouth. But it went away?
Yes.
That's very interesting. And you said you had psoriasis one time and that went away, right?
It went away, but every now and then I get something in my scalp.
Like a plaque? Like a psoriasis plaque?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
here you go.
haven't seen it recently.
Well, we're going to take care. We're going to take care of everything. I love how you said you had a
Okay.
blood sugar problem and you didn't say, I have diabetes, because I hate when people say, I have diabetes. Having diabetes means you have something, like you have a car or you have a house or you have you don't have these things. What we call disease states are really processes. They're verbs. They're not nouns. They're actions. And this is so important because when we understand that these things are actions, that means that they can be reversed. They're a process that can be reversed. If you have something like a noun, you have it. You're stuck with it. It's yours. If something is going on inside the body like a process, that can be reversed. And that is a critical distinction to make if we're going to optimize and leverage our body's ability to stay healthy. So you got a blood sugar problem. If you have a blood sugar problem, that means your blood sugar is not being controlled. It goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down, and you don't have any control over it, or you have poor control over it. Question becomes, why does it go up and why does it go down? And I'll give you a clue. It's a 4-letter word that starts with F. What do you think? Rose from New York City.
Food.
There you go. Exactly. You are now officially smarter than your doctor. It's food. You got a food problem. Now, in addition to food, you got to start working on some supplements. The fact that you have some of the signs of autoimmunity tells me that it's not just a food problem, but you very likely have a digestive problem too. So between food and digestion, we're going to, in one fell swoop, we're going to take care of your blood sugar issues, and we're going to take care of your psoriasis and your Sjogren's and any other autoimmune disease that could show up later on down the road. And by the way, I don't want to freak you out here or anything, but autoimmunity is linked to all kinds of other health challenges that can show up later on, including, God forbid, heart disease and cancer. So we're going to reduce the risks of all, the likelihood that you're going to have all of these chronic diseases, and we're going to do it without medicine, without doctors. You're going to do it from the comfort of your own living room with a few little changes in how you eat and the foods you eat, as well as some nutritional supplements. So hang tight, Rose. We'll finish up when we come back from our commercial break. I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey, sitting in for Dr. Wallach today. We're talking to Rose in the Big Apple in Manhattan. You there, Rose?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Let me ask you a question, first of all. Are you working with the longevity products? Are you a rep or distributor?
No, not yet, but that's what I had called to
Okay,
get
good
stuff
deal.
to help my condition.
Absolutely.
I didn't know what to get.
Well, we'd love to have you aboard. And I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to talk about specific diseases. I'm going to talk about health challenges in general, non-diseases, just ways that you can get healthy. So first and foremost, we got to work with food. The fact that you got the psoriasis going and the Sjogren's and the symptoms of autoimmunity along with your blood sugar problems tell me there's something percolating in your digestive system. You sound like you're in your 40s, I'm assuming, something like that, right? 30s, 40s kind of thing. So you probably know this. You've got about 30 years of food problems going on, digestive problem, bloating, gas, heartburn, diarrhea, constipation, something along those lines, right? What you want to begin to do is you want to start to link those problems to specific foods and then eliminate those foods. It would help you greatly, and this would help everybody who's dealing with an inflammatory issue or a blood sugar issue, to do what's called a SweroV cleanse. And that's where you use our SweroV product. That's a fermented whey product formulated by Jordan Rubin. Incredible, incredible, incredible digestive support product. It's made with fermented whey as well as sodium and potassium electrolytes. And I recommend something called a SweroV cleanse, where you do half a bottle of SweroV every hour for maybe a day or 2 or even 3 days. That's like, say, something like 6 to 7 or 8 bottles of SweroV a day, and you don't eat anything else. That's called a SweroV cleanse. And it's great if you're constipated, because what you'll notice is after a day or 2, you're having an amazing bowel movement. It's also great for helping give you energy while you're doing your fast. Then when you start eating again, you pay very close attention to the foods you eat and how you feel after that in terms of bloating, heartburn, all the digestive symptoms, gas, discomfort. Any digestive symptom, link it to specific food, eliminate those foods. That's called the elimination diet. It is a must for anyone dealing with a long-term health challenge, no matter what that is. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to start to support digestive health. Probiotics are a must-have for everything. Probiotics are the little bacteria that live in the gut. They help us process food. They help us make vitamins. They they communicate to the intestine to help the body move food along the digestive tract appropriately. They help support the immune system. I mean, the benefits are almost endless, what these little bacteria do in the gut. When you have diabetes, by the way, I don't want to say diabetes, when you have messed up blood sugar, by the way, you can almost guarantee that you got a problem with your probiotics, with your microbiome. So make sure you get on a really good probiotic supplement, and you know I love the Nightly Essence. That's my favorite probiotic supplement. Also, fermented foods can help. Make sure you're doing vegetable juices, and make sure you're restricting your calories, particularly the calories that are coming from starchy, bready type foods, the foods we love, the cereal, the burritos, the bread, the pasta, the rice, the potatoes, and of course the fruits and fruit juice, and also sweets and desserts. Fruits have a little bit of nutritional value. Not a lot, by the way, but a little bit. So a little bit of fruit's probably okay, but don't go crazy on the fruit. Vegetables you can go crazy on. The next piece of the puzzle is going to be to support the blood sugar system itself, and there's lots of ways to do that. The Sweeties from Longevity will support blood sugar health. Selenium helps you make insulin. Ultimate Selenium is great for that. The Fucoid Z, Fucoidin, is a really underappreciated and super versatile supplement. That's our Fucoid Z product. And then Beyond Tangy Tangerine will get you B vitamins, and also our Ultimate Niacin, recently formulated by Dr. Wallach. Niacin is extremely important for blood sugar as well as for blood fats, and so is the B vitamin thiamine, vitamin B1, both of which you'll find in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, and you can get yourself a little extra niacin by using the Ultimate Niacin. Long story short, work on your digestive system, work on your blood sugar system, practice the elimination diet, the food diary, and the elimination diet. Make sure you're doing a little fast first, and guaranteed you're going to start to notice results. Thanks so much for your call, Rose. We appreciate it and hope we helped you out. Who's next on the line? Douglas?
Let's head to New Zealand, and Willy, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Willy. What's going on? Welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Just a few things I've got happening. Got a dry cough, a lot of phlegm and congestion, that sort of thing. My memory's not too flash. And I sweat a lot while I'm sleeping.
Okay.
But also, I've got a lot of nerve damage from a motorcycle crash I had a few years ago. So
how old are you, Willy?
I'm 63.
Okay. Are you on any medicine?
No, nothing at all.
Okay, good for you. The fact that you're the most important thing you said there to me was the fact that you're sweating when you're sleeping. That's telling me your body's going through some kind of stress response. This is very common. Do you have problems sleeping, by the way?
No, I sleep very well.
You sleep very well? You fall asleep right away? Do you wake up in the middle of the night?
I might wake up to toilet, but...
No, I mean, do you wake up and can't fall back asleep?
No, I sleep
okay.
soundly.
All right, so for some reason or another, if you're sweating a lot in the middle of the night, your metabolism is jacked up in the middle of the night. Now, when I think of that, I think of the stress hormone cortisol, but you're saying you're sleeping well, so it probably isn't going to involve the stress hormone cortisol. However, the fact that you got the phlegm going on and the congestion and the cough, that tells me that your immune system has been awakened. And the memory problems say that something is getting into your blood and ultimately into your brain inappropriately. By the way, do you have brain fog issues or confusion or anything like that?
Yeah, we've got bad memory as well.
Okay, so all of that is telling me that you got a global inflammatory response. Now remember, as we've been saying, and I hate to keep repeating myself, but the inflammatory response is a sign that your immune system has been awakened. Something is getting into the body that's activating the defenses. Now, the nerve damage from the motorcycle accident could be compounding things, but I don't think it's a cause. As with our previous caller, I always like you to focus first and foremost on the main source of entrance of the enemy into the body. Something's getting into the body inappropriately when the immune system is activated, and that means focusing on food and digestion. If you can notice digestive problems, constipation, bloating, gas, any kind of discomfort or heartburn, that is in your interest. That's in your favor. That is a shortcut to linking foods to immune system problems. If you can't find those issues, and many times they sneak under the radar, especially if we have them our whole lives or for long periods of our life, we tend to ignore those things. You want to find them and then link them to specific foods. It helps to fast for a couple of days or do a swear-o-V cleanse and then start eating, keeping track in a notebook of everything you eat, and then eliminating problem foods. After that, that's the time, or with that, not after that, but along with that, that's the time to start getting, to make sure that you're getting all of your essential nutrients, your Mighty 90 essential nutrients. You'll get the Mighty 90 essential nutrients in the Healthy Start Pack. That is the function of the Healthy Start Pack, to get you all 90 essential nutrients. Sip on the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Use 9 of your Ultimate EFAs a day, and then make sure that you're getting your OsteoFX, 2 capsules of the OsteoFX every day. It probably wouldn't hurt you to use some digestive support, Ultimate Enzymes, as well as the Nightly Essence. And also the Fucoid Z, which is made with fucoidin, which is a component of brown algae. Fucoidin has got wonderful tonic benefits. It helps clean the blood, it helps thin the blood, it helps support the immune system, and interestingly, it helps build the digestive tract lining. So if anything is sneaking into the blood through a broken down lining, you can improve some of those symptoms. That's called leaky gut syndrome, and it's extremely common, and fucoidin can help you with that. If you want to throw a couple more things in there, you might want to try the Ultimate Selenium. Selenium's got a really neat property. It helps activate one of the body's most important disease fighters, cancer fighters, anti-inflammatories, a substance called glutathione. A lot of folks have not heard of glutathione, which is unfortunate because, as I say, it is the body's premier anti-cancer, anti-aging, anti-inflammatory molecule, and this wonderful molecule is activated by selenium. So making sure that you're using some of the Ultimate Selenium can also help. And if you want to throw a couple more things in, which is not a bad idea, I would probably be using the Ultimate Enzymes. They've got pain relieving properties and anti-inflammatory properties, as well as obviously digestive support. They'll help you digest your food. One of the problems, as we talked about at the beginning of the program, with inflammatory issues is when we don't digest our food completely, little particles can actually sneak into the blood. Undigested particles can sneak into the blood, and this can cause inflammatory problems as well. Thanks for your call, Willie, from New Zealand. Hope we helped you out. We'll take a break and come back with more good health information and more of your phone calls at 8. Okay, we are back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey, and you and your phone calls. Got lines open for you, by the way, at 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552. Let us show you how simple and how easy it can be to reverse chronic degenerative diseases of all kinds. Not because of me, but because of you, because it's built into the body. It's in the body's nature to heal and recover. Every time you have a paper cut, you are witness to the miracle of the body's healing system. You look at your little finger, and if you have time-lapse photography, you could actually watch the little cells winding themselves down to, migrating themselves to the area where the cut is, and you could see the little fibers stitching that cut closed, and 2 days later, that little paper cut is completely gone. If you break a bone, the bone is stronger at the point of the break than it was before. So not only does the body heal itself, it actually heals itself stronger and better than it was before. This is the testimony of the human body. A paper cut is the testimony of the human body's ability to heal and regenerate. And if it's true about a paper cut, it's true about the inside of the body as well. Please do not let anybody tell you that you cannot, or that the body cannot, reverse chronic degeneration, because it can. It's in its nature to do such. Let us show you how simple and how easy that could be. 831-685-1080 is our priority line number. 888-379-2552, toll free. Who do we got on the line, Doug?
Let's head to Houston, Texas, and Gary, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Yo, Gary, what's going on?
Yes, sir. How you doing today?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you? You driving?
Yeah, I'm driving.
All right, keep your eyes on the road and let us help you out, whatever you got for us.
Yeah, I do that. I do that professionally. I want to try to reverse lung cancer. Not taking radiation.
Is it for you?
No, it's for my brother-in-law.
How far along is he?
Not taking radiation, is not taking chemo yet.
No, I mean, did they stage it yet? Have they staged it?
No, sir.
Okay. So here's the deal with cancer. All right. By the time a cell first of all, nobody has lung cancer. We have lung cell cancer. Nobody has the organ cancer. They have the cell cancer. Even though we name it colon cancer or lung cancer or liver cancer or pancreatic cancer, it's really liver cell, pancreatic cell, lung cell cancer. And what this means is that a cell has switched over into growing like a cancer cell versus a regular cell. A cancer cell grows in an out-of-control fashion. A cancer cell is a rogue cell. It's a cell that does not care about its neighbors. It is a cell that does not care about the team, the organism, us, the person that has the cancer. It's a cell that only cares about itself. It is a sociopathic cell. And what makes this cell turn sociopathic is burden. It's the burden of malnutrition, it's the burden of a lack of oxygen, and it's the burden of an accumulation of toxicity, and that includes sugar. And this is extremely important to understand how to, if not reverse cancer, how to relieve some of the symptoms of cancer. You have to be able to address the toxicity component, the oxygen component, and the nutrition component. So taking the toxicity component first, cancer absolutely loves sugar. Keeping your sugar intake down is a must for anybody dealing with cancer. We all have to keep our sugar intake down, but with cancer you have to have zero tolerance for sugar. Look into the ketogenic diet, which is a high-fat, low-sugar diet. You also might want to start using supplements, or your brother-in-law might want to start using supplements to help his body support sugar processing, and we talked about some of those earlier. Chromium, vanadium, the B complex, selenium, as well as perhaps sulfur and essential fatty acids. Youngevity's got a whole slew of products that help with blood sugar, by the way, including the Sweeties and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and the Fucoid Z. And oh, by the way, the Fucoid Z has got some amazing literature to support its use as an anti-cancer product. The Fucoidin has got some amazing literature to support its use as an anti-cancer ingredient. All you got to do is go to PubMed and look it up, PubMed, PubMed.com. Then you want to start to oxygenate the body. Like cancer loves sugar. It hates oxygen. In fact, a cell can turn cancerous when there's a lack of oxygen present. Most of us are not breathing correctly. Make sure your brother-in-law is respirating correctly, practicing slow, deep breathing techniques. You can do something as extreme as a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. And then last but most certainly not least, make sure he's getting his Mighty 90 essential nutrients. You get those with the Healthy Start Pack. This doesn't necessarily mean we're reversing cancer. What it means is we're supporting the cells so they can be healthy on their own. Thanks so much for your call. I wish we had more time, but we're just flat out of time on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. I'm Pharmacist Ben. It's been a pleasure sitting here for Dr. Wallach. Thanks for listening, friends. Have yourselves a beautiful, awesome, wonderful, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
When those aches and pains in your knees, elbows, hands, shoulders, and back crop up, reach for Youngevity's CM Cream. Put CM Cream on a Q-tip and put it in your ear canal for relief from headaches and sinus pressure. A topical temporary relief from minor aches and pains of muscles and joints associated with strains, sprains, and simple backaches. Why take aspirin or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs that can cause stomach bleeding and liver damage? Just apply CM Cream liberally to the affected areas, and within 20 minutes or so, you'll have relief from those nagging minor aches and pains. You'll feel better for up to 4 to 5 hours. So the next time you have achy joints or muscles, do what I do. Reach for CM Cream for relief. And for systemic relief, reach for CM Plus capsules. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Youngevity's Triple Treat chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat dark chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture, with 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily tablets and the mineral capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Youngevity distributor today. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. 3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Longevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Longevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Longevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Longevity home-based business opportunities. Imagine a rich, decadent chocolate that's actually good for you. Longevity's Triple Treat chocolate is just that, an antioxidant-rich dark chocolate complete with probiotics to aid in proper digestion. This all-natural product contains no preservatives, and for those with dietary restrictions, it's gluten-free, dairy-free, glycemic-friendly, and kosher certified. Not only does Triple Treat dark chocolate taste fantastic, it contains super antioxidant blueberries to absorb free radicals with an ORAC value of 16,936 per piece. Triple Treat chocolate also contains a proprietary blend of probiotics with over 500 million live healthy bacteria per 8 grams at the time of manufacture, with 80% reaching the intestines, which is much more than most live culture yogurts. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Longevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Hello, Judy DeVilbus here. If I could only afford to get one product out of everything, that product would be the Ultimate Classic. It has the vitamins, the minerals, the bioflavonoids. It even has grapeseed extract. The one product that would give you just about everything under the sun you would need for a perfect nutritional program would be the Ultimate Classic. By the way, people that are on the go, it's very, very hard to take the liquids with them when they go on their trip to get their supplements in every day. Well, you know something? You can use the Ultimate Daily Tablets and the mineral capsules. When I'm going on a trip, if I have enough room, I just take the 2 bottles with me. If not, just use a little baggie and take a couple of daily doses with you. It's very simple. It's very easy. There's no mess, no fuss, no refrigeration. Just take your capsules, take your tablets, and you're finished for the day.
To order these products, call your local Longevity distributor today. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Longevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Longevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.